Hello everybody, welcome back to Chuzgapa Engineering, and we're back with another video on 2D sketching with Creo Parametric. In this video again, I will show you how to turn this 2D drawing into a 2D sketch in Creo Parametric. Before starting with the video, I would highly appreciate if you could subscribe to this channel. It would only take you 3 seconds to click on that red button. Like this video as well, because I'm currently sharing I'm currently uploading a video every other day, so that would highly benefit you as well in the future. And give your feedback in the comment section as well. I read every single comment, and you can tell me what else I can add to this channel, and any other feedback. So without any further ado, we're gonna move on the video. So I'm gonna turn this off, and yeah. So when you start Creo Parametric, you're gonna see these 3 planes, which you can see over here, their names, right, top, and front. So whenever you're starting a 2D sketch, you have to choose which plane that you're gonna be working with, which is gonna be your working plane. So in this case, I'm gonna choose the front plane. I can select it from here, or I can select it from here as well. I can live by physically clicking on the plane. So I'm gonna click on the front. I'm gonna select the front plane, and I'm gonna click the sketch button so that I can enter the sketching window, or sketching window. Now, so over here, where the horizontal and vertical axes match, over here is the origin. And we're gonna reference our drawing from this point. So now we have entered the sketcher mode. So I don't really need to see this plane. So I can go over here, and then I can uncheck the plane display option so that we've got more room on our sketching window. So coming back to the drawing, as always, if you've watched my old previous videos, I always mention to try and find any symmetries in the sketch or in the 2D drawing, but in this case you really cannot see any sort of symmetries, so unfortunately we'd have to draw the whole thing manually. So we cannot make use of the mirror command or any symmetries that if they were present, we would have made use of them. So yeah, so looking at the drawing, what we can do is we can start our drawing from here, this rectangle. We can select this point as the origin, and then we can start referencing our drawing from there. So I'm gonna minimize this. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this rectangle 24 by 94 rectangle. So I'm gonna go over here, select this rectangle command. I'm gonna put one corner at the origin, and then I'm gonna drag and click again to make the rectangle. Press escape to exit this rectangle command, and I'm gonna turn on the dimensions from here so that I can see which dimensions I need to change. Yeah, so this rectangle is 24 millimeter high and 94 millimeters long. It doesn't mention anywhere what the units are, but just to make things simpler, I'm gonna use millimeters as the standard units over here. So it's 24 by 94 millimeters rectangle. I'm gonna double click it, change it to 24, and then make this 94.0. Now, in all my videos, I always mention that once you've finalized a dimension, it's really important to lock it. Otherwise, what's gonna happen is something like this. Even though you've already fixed your dimension, it can still be changed. So in order to avoid that change, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna left click once, and then I'm gonna toggle lock on, which locks this dimension so it cannot be changed. So you can notice that in vertical dimension it's already locked, but it's changing in the horizontal dimension. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna change the dimension and then lock it so that the whole sketch is constrained. Now, the second thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make these circles 1, 2, 3, and 4. The inner circle has a radius of 10 millimeters and the outer one has 25. It doesn't explicitly mention the dimensions for these circles, but what we're going to do is we're going to assume that both of these pairs of circles have the same dimensions and they're concentric. Concentric meaning that they both have just one common center. So yeah, before that, I'm gonna make this line that we can see over here. Yes, we can make this line that's gonna serve as this section. So you can see over here that it is 36 millimeters away in horizontal from this point and 150 millimeters in vertical from here. So I'm gonna go over here, select the line command, and then put the first point anywhere on this horizontal line, and then keep going, and then left click again, press escape to exit the line command, and now we can dimension this. So we can see that this line is pretty much defined by two lines, vertical and horizontal. So it's 36 millimeters away from this point and 150 millimeters away from this point in vertical. So I'm going to select this point and hold control and select this point as well, and go over here and select the vertical dimension, which was 150 millimeters. Lock it again, as I already mentioned, and then this dimension is 36 as we saw. I'm gonna lock this as well. So we don't need to change this angle. I'm gonna show you in a bit, but now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make these circles as I mentioned. So it's gonna be 10 millimeters internal and 25 millimeters external circle, and same over here. I'm gonna go here, select the circle command, make first circle, and then make another circle as well. So now you can notice that we can see the symbol, which is the symbol for diameter, but in the drawing it says we need to change it to radius. It's 10 millimeters internal radius and 25 millimeter out external. So I'm gonna left click it once, and then over here it says radius, so it's gonna convert the diameter to a radius. And to change it to a new radius, I'm gonna select 10 and lock it as always. And same thing with this external radius as well, to convert it into a radius command from diameter, and then change the value for the radius. Now the same thing is gonna be over here as well. So now you can see that the inner circle is highlighted as green, which means that the equality constraint is active now. And if I left click here, it's gonna make both of these circles as with equal radius or diameter. So I'm gonna do that, and same will go for the external radius as well. Now it's gonna have a equality constraint for it as well. Perfect. Now we've got these two dimensions. So over here what we can see is that the center of the circle is 80 millimeters away from the center of this circle in horizontal. So I'm gonna select this circle, hold control, and then select the circle, and then choose the horizontal dimension. This is 80 millimeters away. Press lock it, and then again this circle is also 150 millimeters away from this point as well, the center of the circle. So we're gonna select this point and hold control and select this point, choose horizontal, and this is 150 millimeters away, and then we're gonna lock it. The height of this circle, it is 60 millimeters, so we're gonna change that to 60. Lock it again. Now it's pretty much constrained. The next thing you're gonna notice here is this arc, which has a radius of 175 millimeters. So we're gonna make that. For that, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this center and point circle. Make the center anywhere, but you have to make sure that it is tangent. So now you can see that symbol, which means a tangency constraint. A tangency constraint basically means that an arc or any entity is touching a circle or an arc at just one point and in a very smooth fashion. So yeah, we're gonna select that as a tangency constraint. So now we need a tangency constraint with this circle as well. So I'm gonna select this circle, hold control and select this as well. And now we can see over here, it's gonna have a tangent constraint. So it's gonna make both of them tangent. The last thing what I'm gonna do is make this arc as a radius with a radius of 175. So I'm gonna convert that diameter first of all to radius, and then make this radius 175, and then lock this. So now you can see we've got we only need this bit of the circular arc and not the rest of it. So I'm gonna select the delete segment command, and then yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete off the rest of the circle that we don't need using the delete segment command, and we've got our arc over here. So I'm gonna hide the dimensions so that we don't see, and also the constraints so that it makes our sketching plane easier to look at. The next thing, what we can see over here, we've got a bit of a line segment and then an arc of radius 20 millimeters. So I'm gonna make a line segment with a random height. It's gonna be constrained in a bit. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a circle which is meeting this point tangentially. And then I'm going to select these two circles so that they can be joined tangentially as well by holding control. The radius of this circular arc is 20 millimeters. So I'm going to convert that to radius first, and then make it 20. So, and lock this. So now you can see that this line is fully defined, and then delete the rest of the circle that we don't need. Perfect. So the next thing is this arc of radius 25 and this arc of radius 40. Again, we're gonna make a circle which is gonna be joining these two entities tangentially. Hold select these two, and then make them constraint as well with the tangency constraint. And then this is instead of diameter, it's 25 millimeters in radius, and then lock this as well, delete the rest of it, bring it over here, and then delete the rest of this bit as well. Now you can see after deleting the section of the line, now it's unconstrained. So I'm gonna select these 2 points, hold the horizontal, and if you can remember earlier it was 80, so I'm gonna select that and then lock this dimension again, so that it can be unchanged. Now we've got one more arc of radius 40 millimeters, so we can make that over here as well by making this circle as tangent to these two. Change it to radius 40.0, lock it, and then delete the rest of it as we did earlier. And we're gonna delete this bit as well. We can log this because it's already been generated, these dimensions. We don't need to really worry about these ones because these has been generated after we've taken out the unnecessary stuff. And if I hide the dimensions, we can see that we've found our drawing like this. We've created our drawing like this, and this is what we saw earlier in the drawing. So yeah, this is how you create something like this. As you can see in the drawing, I hope you learned a lot from this drawing. Looking forward to our new other drawings as well. I will be starting with 3D models as well, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on those videos. And yeah, I will be uploading pretty much every other day. So that's the goal, and probably I'll be uploading every day as well, maybe in the future. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure you like it. Leave a comment if you have any feedback or any suggestions, and please subscribe to this channel as well. It's gonna help me out greatly. And we've got a lot of more exciting stuff coming up as well, so yeah, make sure not to miss that. I'll see you in the next video now. Cheers, bye bye.